Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Sam Harder.
I'm Carter Glasscock.
And today we are so pleased to be joined by one of my favorite comedians, and he's got a brand new goddamn special coming out. If it's not out in your feed already, it's our good friend,
Jay Light.
Welcome to the show, Jay. It's so good to have you
here. Thanks for having me.
What's the special called, and where can people see it?
It's called My Wife Hates These Jokes, and it is on YouTube.
Fuck yeah. Is it out already?
It is.
Hell yes. Go
now.
check
it out. Yeah, it just dropped on New Year's Day.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Congratulations on that, man.
Thank you.
Where did you tape it?
We taped it in Dallas at the Dallas Comedy Club.
Hell yeah.
I want to do a little hometown show.
Is that
for this one.
Hyenas or the Arlington Improv?
It's actually called Dallas Comedy Club.
Is that a newer club?
Yeah, do you remember Dallas Comedy House? Did you ever go there?
No.
Okay.
I didn't spend much time in D-Town.
So Dallas Comedy House was like a mostly improv-based space, and they had a couple stand-up showcases. The same people moved everything to Dallas Comedy Club, which has like a small room and a big room, and they do a bunch of everything, but it's more stand-up centric now. So they have proper weekends in the main room where you've got, touring headliners coming through. You can do one-nighters there, Thursday, Sunday, that kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
And then they do like improv and sketch and
Nice.
Format shows in the other rooms.
Now, is there a reason they didn't call it just the Dallas Comedy?
Well, if Zhao Ying Summers was not involved, I don't think you're allowed.
Inside baseball, folks. Go check out the Hollywood Comedy.
And RIP to the Pasadena Comedy.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It was shortly lived.
Very short-lived. I think it lasted maybe 9 months. They got an OnlyFans taping out of it, and then RIP to the Pasadena Comedy.
You know what?
Not even OnlyFans stand-up taping, just like people fucking.
Yeah, that's just what they do during the day.
The Pasadena fucking.
Yeah.
You get an hour, the 1 o'clock spot at the Hollywood Comedy, you'll see some fucking
I never went to the Pasadena one. I missed out.
cockfighting.
I only ever went to the Pasadena one. I still have never been to the Hollywood Comedy.
Wow.
I just
Oh,
can't
man.
trust a business that has pictures of comics on the video on the front, but they did not spend enough money to get the Getty Images logo removed.
And is it comics who have never performed there also?
It's
Louis Anderson.
Yeah, it's Louis. It's Richard Pryor. It's George Carlin.
Yeah.
Yakov
Janney.
Smirnoff.
Yeah.
In Russia, Comedy Hollywood's you.
It can be a good room. If
Yeah.
there's people in there, it can be a good room. It has some of the most nightmare paid open mic vibes I've ever seen in my life also.
It's like the most representative one when I think of like slotted open mics.
You think so?
Yeah, I think like that's like
Most people think Fourth Wall, but I've been to Hollywood
Yeah, that's
comedy a
true.
lot more. So I also am in the same boat.
I met Yakov Smirnoff one time.
yeah.
He was at West Side Comedy Theater, just in the audience, and we were running our Friday night show, and Chris Gorbus, the manager, comes into the green room. He's like, Yakov Smirnoff is here? And I was like, does he want to go up? He's like, I don't know. I'll ask him. And
He wants
he
to be
went up.
acknowledged.
Yeah, well, and then we put him up, and he was great, and he was really nice. And
That's good.
When I was working at the store, he came by. There was probably a solid year when he was there like once a week. And
just hanging out.
Yeah, he was doing spots. He did like spots on like Friday or Saturday in the main room, and then he would come in. But there was one part of his act where he asked one of the door guys to like. It was a bit where it was like you're clapping, clap if you're a couple or something like that, and then it's like clap if you're single, and then he would ask one of the door guys in advance to do just like the saddest slow clap possible. And one time I was the designated slow clap guy, and it felt like it was a big honor. It was the only time he ever directly talked to me.
Hey,
Oh, wow. He's a
There you
big
go.
shot.
Big shot. Good looking maroon suit, freshly dyed hair.
that's what he was wearing when I saw him.
Yep.
I guess he just has the one. I don't know.
I think it's
Maybe he has,
probably
like,
just
10.
Maybe he's got a Mark Zuckerberg style uniform. He just shows up. He's got 10 maroon suits,
Like Doug
perfectly
Funny,
tailored. Yeah.
a closet full of the same outfit.
Yeah.
He should do $5 open mics.
Well, he shouldn't
he'd
have
kill
to. Like, he was like the king of Branson, Missouri for like years.
Yeah, he's got a comedy theater that's next to an upside down pyramid for Ripley's Believe It or Not.
I mean, dude, let's be honest. LA is the ultimate they shouldn't have to do that town with celebrities where you're constantly shocked that they're doing something like that.
Shopping at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, just doing anything that like normal or like a poor person would do.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. You could see child stars sucking dick at the Pasadena Comedy during the day. It's crazy.
Also, it's funny
2 p.m. block.
because like a thing no name can't get booked comics do is go to shows to watch to try to get in with the booker.
Yeah.
So it's the idea that Yakov Smirnoff is doing that. Come on, that's crazy.
Yakov Smirnoff was just showing up to Hot Tub for weeks. Couldn't do it. Couldn't make it happen.
Like, I'm
This
sorry,
Hot Tub.
we got a rich white woman who's bisexual. We can't have you on, Yakov. You don't represent us good.
I just think like the King of the Hill connection alone should have gotten him into like every indie show at least in the city. You know what I mean?
Think.
Yeah.
I wonder if he even knows about independent comedy.
That's true.
He
Yeah.
might not.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
have to. All comics have to know, right?
I don't know if I feel like just Yakov doesn't. I just get the feeling he's very disconnected.
Yeah.
It's comedy and not comedy.
He was at a point where he was doing bar shows. He had to have been.
I don't know. I got his.
He didn't just emerge as Yakov Smirnoff.
Yeah, you don't
There was
just
a journey.
fucking. I don't know. Maybe you do. There are dumb stories about a comic who performed twice and got passed at the store and then just killed it forever.
I think if there was ever a candidate for that,
It's Yakov.
Probably.
you know what I mean?
I feel like he developed that shtick over time too. That wasn't his original character.
Maybe. What else could it have been?
A regular stand-up comic.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's legit Russian. I mean, that's
I
his
know.
that's his accent. So might as well use it. I don't know. Use your gifts. I don't know. How was everybody's break? We're back in Los Angeles for the first show of 2025. What did everybody do for the holidays?
I stayed in LA.
Streamed like a motherfucker. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
you
I did some live streaming. I sat around. I started my New Year's resolution to eat healthy earlier, so it's no longer a resolution.
Right.
I started it last year. So if I fuck it up, it's just a thing I fucked up from last year, you know? It's fine.
There's no commitment.
Yeah, and I've been doing good. Last night I got offered 2 slices of Domino's pizza and I ate it and then I had nightmares. I think from just the amount of sodium and grease in the pizza. I had a nightmare that I missed my set at the Comedy Store because I was in the original room watching Don Barris. It was a very vivid dream.
Visited by 3 ghosts, and they were all Mitzi.
They're all Pauly.
Yeah, God, that's like you know, they have those pills you take where if you like drink alcohol, it like makes you sick. They need to synthesize your brain chemistry and make
Food.
For Domino's.
Just make me throw up instantly.
Ozempic pills. Yeah, that's what that would be.
Yeah, just make delicious food. Just make you just violently ill.
I'm pretty good about the self-control. It's hard when it's just offered to you and there in your face. When I have my own choice, I can do it.
Because it's like letting someone down because they're like, so you don't want to do this with me?
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing. I got invited to someone's house to eat pizza. So now it only would be me being like, nah, I don't even want to hang out with you.
Yeah, and
So
you definitely can't just show up to the house and not eat the pizza.
Yeah, no, it would have been bad.
So I'm just a fat piece of shit. Is that it? You want to eat the whole thing? Is that it?
whole fucking Domino's pizza by myself.
Yeah, I watched Shane Bianchi eat a lot of pizza last night. He was spilling
He needs to
sauce
get
on
some-
the floor and
He
dropping
needs some weight on
bacon
those
bits.
bones, though.
He really does.
He needs to put some pounds on. My New Year's resolution is to get him fat by the end of the year.
Yeah.
I think you can do
Mine
it.
is to get him some better clothes.
Ooh.
It's a tough sell
Take
for
him
him.
shopping. What'd you do in Chicago? I know you went to Chicago.
Speaking of fat, I was in Chicago
Yes,
for
sir.
Christmas and New Year's. And so I went to Carly's cousin's Christmas. And this is like the Irish Catholic wing of the family.
Uh-huh.
So like, come on and get drunk with us, you big fucking idiot.
Yep.
So I enjoyed very much to go to that section of the family. And they're like, but they have this tradition, and they go, they make someone be Santa
Yes.
every year.
I've been waiting to hear about
Yes.
this.
So they make someone be Santa every year. And I guess they were just like, Carly was kind of warning me that this was going to happen. And they were like, they're probably going to make you Santa. And I was like, great. I'm glad I tacked on 40 pounds this year. And then sure enough, he's like, hey, I don't know if you know, but it's time. It's time. And they like waved me back to this fucking room. And they're like they're all like really funny too. Like the dad was back there giving me like the Santa clothes and stuff, and his son was like outside the other door, like, "What are y'all doing in there? Y'all making out?" And then like I was like saying that my little preloaded joke where I was like, a good thing I gained 40 pounds for this. And then the mom goes, yeah, you don't even need a pillow.
Damn, Mom.
Cold.
I know.
Burning Santa on Christmas.
Oh,
Burnt
shit.
to a cinder, dude.
How old was that costume? And was it all smelly
It
and
fucking
never been
smelled
washed?
like fucking pussy. I don't know. It smelled old.
I assume when they have a once a year clothing item, they do not take care of it well.
No, they were treating it like it was like the Lost Ark of the Covenant. Like they were like
really?
very careful with it. But so I go in there and I was like, I'm gonna be the best fucking Santa. I'm gonna be so good. And then I was like,
improv classes.
Yeah, I was like, I've been taking clown classes for this. And I was like, oh, Merry Christmas. And this kid like is looking at me suspiciously. And then I was like, it's okay, come here, you little boy. Like, he's like hugging my leg. And then like I'm thinking like, all right, killing this shit. And then I'm like handing out the presents and stuff, and he like grabs one of the presents that wasn't meant for him. I was like, oh no, that's not yours. And then I hand it to the actual like little kid who it was for, and he starts fucking bawling, crying. He's like losing his shit, crying, and I'm like, oh,
Because Santa took his present.
they keep trying to like position him close to me, and he keeps scuttling away. Position him close to me, and keeps scuttling away. And I was like, time for me to go. And then I came back out, and everyone was like, Carter, where were you? Santa was just here.
Their preloaded joke.
Yeah, their preloaded joke, and I feel like a part of the family now.
Yeah, you
Nice.
killed it. You made a kid cry on Christmas.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
traumatized. That kid is traumatized for years.
It's like takes one to know one, because that kid was me. Like I was totally like the whole like, I don't want to see Santa Claus. I'm going to ruin this for everybody. And like so, yeah. Years later, me and that kid will have a cigarette together, and I'm going to start smoking again. He's going to keep smoking, and I'll be like, I remember one time I scared the shit out of you.
Yeah, you were bodily perfectly accurate, though.
I really wanted to impress. Well, I guess my now wife, your mom. I'm gonna marry everyone in that family.
Hell yeah.
Anyways,
Did you make it to my recommendation for a Chicago restaurant?
no, Fat Boys hot dogs or whatever.
It's my favorite name for anything. The last time I was in Chicago, I was like, want to get a Chicago hot dog, hot dogs. My favorite place is no longer there.
Yeah.
And so I was looking, and there was a place that said Fatso's Last Stand is the name of it.
Ooh.
And I was like, you have my undivided
That is a
attention.
great name.
So I waddled my ass over to Wicker Park, and boy, as advertised, just
Hell yeah.
one of the greatest days of my life.
Oh, I'm going to Chicago in like a week. I'm gonna go to Fatso's Last Stand.
And
Hell yeah,
they have a
dude.
little tiny parking lot too.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So you don't even have to walk there. You
Kick
can get
ass.
zero exercise.
It's so easy to just eat the unhealthiest food in the world there. You go to a restaurant, you're like, there's nothing here that is even remotely not covered in cheese or sauce or grease.
They made a movie about that restaurant. It's called The Whale.
I think it's just because every time I've ever been there, it's so fucking cold. I can justify it. I'm like, well, I gotta put on some blubber.
You gotta get packed up. You gotta be ready for your hibernation.
Stuffed like a narwhal.
Do I get my picture on the wall? Did I do it? Keep them coming.
Oh hell yeah! So he didn't make it over to there.
Didn't make it to there. We always hit like the same spots. Got to go to Lou Malnati's.
Yep,
Got to
yep.
get a deep dish pie.
Yep.
We did go to places that have like fat names.
Okay,
We went
yeah.
to Potbellies.
Oh sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a chain, right?
It's a chain, but
It
yeah.
started in Chicago.
Yeah,
It did start in
Okay,
Chicago.
Okay.
Portillo's, which is good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We did go to one place that was like, she has a friend who's a food influencer. So we got to go
Ooh.
eat this like $400 meal for free.
Fuck
Nice.
yes.
Dude. Well, we handled the tip and everything, but like she fucking laid down. They were like going to charge her, and she laid down the law with them. And I was like, my nipples were like, boing.
Wait, what did she say? Like,
She was like, there seems to be a mistake here.
this is costing me money.
I mean, it was fucking. I was like, keep them coming another round for the table. But yeah, it was. They're called Pomeroy. That's Seth's restaurant.
Oh, wow. Okay. But so like she was like just throwing her weight around. Like I'll
She was just like,
shit on your business if you don't give me this. That's
He
like
was
a
like-
blackmail. That's like the mob.
no, she was like, this. You may have misinterpreted the email, motherfucker.
Wow.
That is literally not at all different from be ashamed if something happened.
Yeah, it'd be a damn shame of this. Yeah, and then what happens? You lie to Max.
You lie to match. And by that I mean you make a TikTok video.
Yeah, you make a TikTok video and ruin this fucking business. But she could have. I've never felt so like taken care of though.
What'd you get up to, Jay?
I was in New Hampshire with my wife's family. So I just got married this summer. This is my first time spending Christmas with the in-laws.
Oh, okay. Hell
Yes, it was a fun time. We were in New Hampshire. I've been to New Hampshire once before. Have any of you guys ever been to New Hampshire?
No, that's the Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire sector eludes me. I got to get up there at some point.
Been to Maine.
It's
not New Hampshire.
It's very. I mean, it's real rural. There's a lot of very. It's very old. The town that's right next to where we were staying has the oldest country store in America.
Oh, cool.
Founded in like the 1780s.
Oh shit! All right.
I got to eat. There's like a lot of places that are named like Village Kitchen.
Right.
Or like Country Crock House and that kind of shit, which is
Food
very fun.
restaurants.
We woke up. I thought there was going to be drama, but you know,
But you didn't decide to start any.
Yeah, I didn't start any nonsense. But we did find one morning we woke up. There was a bottle of olive oil that was on the counter in the kitchen, and there was a mouse that had crawled into the bottle of olive oil at some point, and nobody knew when, and we couldn't figure out when. So we were trying to determine if we'd been using mouse-infused olive oil.
So it drowned itself in the olive oil.
Yeah.
How big is that mouth of that bottle? Jesus Christ!
I mean, it was it's like a Bertolli bottle. It's not a Costco. It's like this, it's small. You really got to work to get in there.
Yeah, it's a little guy. It's a little guy.
Okay. Yeah, I assume it's probably true of mice too, but I've always heard that if a rat can fit its head through a hole, it can get the rest of its body through.
I know cats are like that.
Yeah,
It's like Santa going down the chimney.
yeah, that's how Santa goes down too. Yeah, yeah. Jesus Christ!
Oh my God,
that's the worst.
So you didn't know if the mouse had drowned itself?
We didn't know at what point the mouse had drowned itself because we'd been using it the night before.
Like making the biggest salad in the world.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden the next morning we're like, a lot of people, we're having a lot of stomach distress. Is it related to the Caesar salad dressing that we made with this olive oil?
you got the fucking plague.
That's about to say.
Yeah.
Oh, you just had to have it Mike's way. Lots of oil.
All my family salads Mike's way.
But yeah, I mean, that was like, everything else is pretty there was snow and, there was they got fiber internet, which was the big to do. A lot of Eastern European guys showing up, rigging cables in the middle of the woods.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Nice.
All right. Nice.
Watched hundreds of beavers with them, showed them that masterpiece.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Fucking great movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered something I did.
What's that?
You know that rapper Necro?
Yeah.
Apparently, he's a Zionist MAGA Republican now who argues that him and Fat Joe should be able to say the N-word. He goes on live stream on YouTube and on Instagram, and I'm pretty sure he's all drunk or on pills or something when he does it. But he just talks about the same thing over and over about how Eminem screwed him out of a deal and that he doesn't get the respect he deserves and he should be on the same level as Wu-Tang and DJ Premier.
Like he had his chance. People know who he is. He's just not as good as those people.
No, the problem is he talks about it. He always was going into like industry things like a street dude trying to punk people, and he was like a white guy who said the N-word. It's like, of course, you can't fucking go try to punk a record executive.
Yeah.
But apparently he's
not the fuck your mom guy, right? No, that's Immortal Technique.
I mean, Necro's probably rapped those lyrics before because he's just one of the guys who says fucked up shit. But yeah.
What's his deal with Annie DeFranco?
I know. Yeah, I was looking at the controversy section for Necro, and apparently he sampled one of her songs and she sued him. I was like, that's just that's not a controversy. That's just
the Perth incident?
He broke a guy's jaw in Australia.
Yeah, it was just like he's calling everyone he's called the N-word, like Annie DeFranco.
He always says he gets messed with when he's on tour. He also got banned from Europe for fighting in like Germany
and started a riot at a Vancouver show. Apparently.
Wow.
I mean, that's the thing about him. It's so hilarious that he became a MAGA guy, because I also found videos of him like 4 years ago where he's like, I don't like Donald Trump. So in the past 4 years, he's become radicalized into like a far right.
I'm looking at a photo of him and finding out that this guy's MAGA is not surprising.
He just looks like a desaturated Fred Durst a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I can see it for sure.
Less charismatic.
Similar hat.
And he loves to bring up the fact that he has more Spotify listeners than all these haters that hate on him, like Lord Jamar.
Okay.
From Brand Nubian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, he's got beef with Lord Jamar. I don't think they've ever interacted, but Necro has beef with him.
I just don't think he's going to win that beef.
Oh, he's won it by Spotify listeners, according to Necro.
Oh, right.
If it gets me popular, I'll start some shit with Lord Jamar. Why not?
I mean, start some shit with Necro. It's easy as fuck. It looks like
Yeah.
you can just be like, "You're a whack rapper," and he'll be like, "No, I'm in competition with Wu-Tang Clan."
Just sincerely be like, I've never heard any of your music. 'Cause that's the truth.
Kind of along similar lines, I did want to say that last night I was filled with more civic pride for the city of Los Angeles than I was even for the World Series, and that was the debut episode of WWE Monday Night Raw on Netflix. They brought on Hulk Hogan,
yeah.
and the entire Intuit Dome booed him out of the building.
For real?
As
Wow.
Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart waved an American flag behind him, just thunderous booing.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Incredible.
And he was there to push his shitty beer that he spent the last month going to every gas station in the South to sign cans and promote. And he was wearing the beer t-shirt and just got the shit booed out of
Did
him.
he
And I
still
was-
try to do his segment while getting booed?
Oh, he was just yelling over it. He was like, "Let me tell you something, brother," and boo. He was trying to do his thing, and he was like trying to get some, some warm feelings going by like, "When I was hanging out with Macho Man, boo." When I was hanging out with Andre the Giant, brother, boo. Like,
Who do they got commentating? Is it Jim Ross still?
No, they had Pat McAfee and Michael Cole, but they were like
Michael Cole,
They were
okay.
kind of hanging back while this was going on, and I'm just sitting there like, I love LA. Like,
I sent my dad a video of like the moment the Dodgers won the World Series from this bar in Santa Monica, and he took it as this whole like he did not like tap back that he liked it or anything. He's like, "You're just gonna be there forever, huh?" I think it's how he kind of took it.
so Braves are done. Braves are done.
You don't give a shit about Alabama, do you? It's like, no, I do. I like Alabama. That's great. Good for them. Good on the city for doing that asshole.
That was awesome. I was like, you couldn't have picked a worse city to bring him out in. I don't think. Like, I don't know. Do that shit in fucking Birmingham or something. But anyway,
Hulkamania on life support.
something. My God. Yeah. No. As far as my holiday went, I was supposed to come back to LA on the 28th, and there was a bunch of tornadoes came through the South.
Oh,
You know,
As they are wont to do.
those
Yes.
famous late December tornadoes.
Oh,
that
yeah.
is totally normal and not anything to fucking worry about. But my flight got canceled, and I was, of course, on Spirit Airlines. CJ, about a year ago, I thought it would be hilarious to get a Spirit Airlines MasterCard because why would you do that? And it turns out no one does that, so you can accrue a tremendous amount of Spirit points very quickly.
yeah. What are the rewards perks for like? Because I know they always have a sign-up bonus.
They treat you like a human being on the airline. They give you
okay.
one.
They give you an entire plane.
They give you a to fly. They let you fly the plane for half the trip. Yeah, no, they.
and yet someone's still gonna be like, they charge you for the bags or whatever. It's like they give you a plane.
They give you pop chips. One bag of pop chips.
Nice.
That's very nice.
You also get alcohol. And
Wow.
when
Just out of the pilot's secret.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He's got a bottle under his
You
chair.
We get to go cheers the pilot for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna mother bird this into your mouth. Come here.
they run the line back, and you get to drink out of his Camelback full of fucking whiskey.
You can cup his eyes twice. You get to cup his eyes twice while he's flying.
Dude, by the way, shout out to the woman who was sitting next to me on the flight back to LA. They were like, "Oh, do you want anything to drink?" Because she was in the big seat, which is their version of first class.
Right.
And she was like, "Oh yeah, whiskey." And they're like, "Oh, do you want like a mixer or chaser or any ice?" She was like, "Nope." And they just brought her what ended up being 4 minis of Jack Daniels, and she just sat there and just fucking just
Dude.
You know
drank
what?
them.
Respect.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Plain
getting it
drinking.
done.
Plain drinking is deranged.
Oh, yeah.
People
Oh,
get
it's crazy.
so drunk for the amount of time they're on an
I
airplane.
think it's because their blood has turned to sludge
Right,
anyway.
Yeah. It's like
They're having hypoxic delusions. and
yeah, it's
shit.
like how you're more likely to like cry at a movie on an airplane because you're just in a heightened state. I feel like they should only
You're crying at
offer...
Yumi and Dupree while you're fucking drunk as shit on 3.
I feel like at Spirit Airlines, the only alcohol they should offer would be like a bag of Franzia, and you have to slap the bag.
Yes. They hide one Smirnoff Ice somewhere in the cabin, and you have to fucking get on your knee and chug it.
Every time I'm in an airport too, I'm like looking. I'm like, who's the piece of shit? Who's having a drink? Who's having a drink right now? Who's having a drink at 9:30 before they get on this flight? Who's doing it? I can always find one.
Well, so I paid for this entire trip with my Spirit points.
Nice.
And that made it so when the flight was canceled, I was not able to get a cash refund. They were just like, hey, if you wanted these Spirit points back, and of course Delta doesn't take that. Like, I think I don't know who would take Spirit points. I think it might get you into a dice game. But
Did you look at other airlines?
it wouldn't have mattered because
You don't have money?
not for traveling the day before New Year's.
No, I guess that's true.
And so Spirit was like, well, we can get you on a plane back to LA on the 30th. Keep in mind, it's the 28th. We can get you on a plane on the 30th, but it's going to be 19 hours in transit.
Oh.
And I was like, I can drive to LA in 26 hours. Like, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And the plane would have been from Atlanta to Dallas to Baltimore to LA. And I was like, okay, what's just the next available one? And that turned out to be January 1st. So I ended up getting a few extra days. I had just gotten off the shuttle, and I had to call my mom, and I was like, I'm going to be there for New Year's. And so I got back on the shuttle and went back to Alabama, but whatever. Finally got back, and it was all good. So ended up being nice. I stayed for New Year's.
What'd you do on those extra days?
So I stayed for New Year's, and that's my parents.
Where did you go for New Year's Eve?
So my parents' anniversary is New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay.
So they had.
So you're like sitting in between them,
yeah.
sleeping in between them.
I'm what happened. No, they had a party, New Year's Eve party that was from 4:00 until 6:00. And I was texting with friend of the show, Monica Scott, and I just jokingly sent her the invitation. I was like, hey, if you feel like coming down from Chicago for this, and she said something that I was like, I actually agree with this. She was like, you know what? I'm actually in love with the idea of a party that ends at 6 p.m. I was like, you know what? It was great. A shitload of people showed up at 6 p.m. They fucking cleared out, and you're done. It was great.
That is nice.
Yeah, so
Did they even stay up till midnight?
No, they left at 6 p.m. I don't know what they. Oh, my parents?
Yeah.
Hell no, they were done by 8. Yeah, we were watching Jeopardy, and I was shouting out answers, and then at some point I looked back, and they were both just. So
Like Rivers is shouting out answers again.
2 feet from the screen. You're like, accumulate.
the Mongols,
They're just used to it.
Taj Mahal, you simpleton.
My roommate was doing that the other day, and I didn't know he did that until.
Wait, is this AJ?
No, Max.
Oh, okay, yeah, right on.
He was doing it.
Scream to Jeopardy.
Yeah. Or he wasn't screaming. He was just saying the ones he knew.
Shit.
Oh yeah, I mean,
You got to do that if you're
Yeah.
watching Jeopardy.
Tell Max to call me. I want to come over there and yell at the TV.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
He always does it when you're at work.
Oh,
He
okay,
loves a
yeah.
midday bootleg YouTube
He-
Jeopardy.
He waits until you leave, and then he
Yeah.
turns on Jeopardy.
Well,
'cause he knows you'll get them all.
You got to track down whatever the earliest Jeopardy time is. Like I know in Chicago they aired at 3:00 in the afternoon,
Right,
Which,
yeah.
as far as I can tell, is the earliest that I have stumbled upon.
Damn.
And I know this because whenever I go to Chicago, my wife's grandparents are in Chicago, and they're like, we have to all be here as a family to watch Jeopardy at 3:00 in the afternoon, or else our entire schedule is fucked.
The people who love it. I feel like they
Yeah.
play Wordle every day, probably, and
Oh.
shit like that.
Carly's mom is like front and center for fucking Jeopardy every day.
Oh yeah.
Is it Ryan Seacrest now?
No.
No.
Come
Who is it?
on. It's Ken Jennings, baby.
Ken Jennings.
Ryan
right.
Seacrest is Wheel of Fortune.
He's Wheel of Fortune. That's right. That's
My
right.
mom does not like Ken Jennings and makes it known at the
Oh.
beginning of every episode because I don't know. I think they had that series of hosts.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think she, I guess, liked the Mike Campbell guy who was like the producer that made himself the host.
Oh,
and then,
right.
And then they found out that he had said a bunch of racist shit and they got him fired.
Yeah.
Like he just destroyed himself over the course of a week.
Oh, he did it after he got the position.
Well, no, it just all, he was
pulled a necro.
No, no, it wasn't an necro. It was a straight Dick Cheney. So he put himself in charge of
He
finding,
shot someone in the head.
well, he shot himself in the head, but he put himself in charge of finding the new host of Jeopardy Jeopardy, and then after a thorough search, decided that he was the best choice.
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, "Oh yeah," and then they dug
Going
up
from the host of being Beauty and the Geek to being the host of Jeopardy.
Yep. And then somebody dug up an old podcast, was like, "Here he is being bad."
Yeah. Here we are just incriminating ourselves.
Well,
You know.
I did not
Yeah,
feel
you made a
bad.
child cry. You'll never work in this town again.
I met that guy one
to start.
time when I was in college.
Wait, which one?
The-
Mike Campbell?
Mike, I think his name. Yeah, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Mike guy. I met him. I was in college. It was like part of a program. We came out here to LA to like, see what the entertainment industry is like. You got to see what the biz is like. And we met him. He was working at Price is Right at the time, and we went to the Price is Right. Yeah, Mike Richards.
I forgot his name is Michael Richards.
So,
That's what it is.
and he had a racist faux pas as well.
oh yeah,
I can't remember if it was racist or sexist, but it was bad.
probably both.
Probably
It
both.
was definitely at the Laugh Factory. Either way.
He's just like, what am I doing here? Anyway, back to my agenda.
But I met him. I was so excited. I love Price is Right. I was like,
Right.
I'm working on, there's a game show at my college. I work on that. I'd love to come out and intern for you guys. He never fucking got back to me. So he's this is
guy.
karma. This
That's
is
what this is. That's right, Jay.
10-year karma coming back to Mike Richards.
Man, you could be a full-time game show writer at this point if this guy would have fucked with you.
I know.
This is bullshit.
And that's a good union job working on Jeopardy.
Is it?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Well, you have a game show, right?
I do. But it is definitely not a television-friendly game show. Yeah.
It's a live show.
live show, wrong, a fucked up game show. And we put comics in uncomfortable positions and make them joke their way out of it, which is fun.
That sounds really
We
fun.
go dig up old social media stuff. And we find people's tweets and blank out words from 10 years ago, make them guess what they said. And it's fun.
Ooh.
time.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Damn, hell yeah. Yeah, the only thing about that watching with Jeopardy with my parents is I always fast forward through the part where they talk to the contestants because
Oh yeah.
I've never felt more like the Dr. Manhattan meme of just like, I hate these people and I hate the entanglement of their lives. Like,
Well, these people are an extension of the people that you played trivia with.
yeah, but they're just right. But then when they but they interview them and it's just like, I have a blog about foraging wild mushrooms, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
That's why it's good whenever they have somebody whose streak is ending finally, because after 5 episodes, they really are starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel for
Yes.
things to talk
Oh,
about
yeah,
in
yeah,
that
yeah.
segment.
I killed a guy one time. Wait, what?
You think we'll ever know what true love is? Anyways, back to the game.
Monique Moreau has a explanation. She thinks, as an autistic person watching Jeopardy, she thinks no one would even apply unless they were autistic.
To Jeopardy?
Yeah. It takes a certain type of person to be like, I'm just knowledgeable about everything. And then they talk to him in the interviews and they're like, yo, these people are kind of weird. And she says that as someone who applied to be on Jeopardy and is autistic.
If you can take social cues and stuff, then
Yeah.
you needn't apply.
I was in the Jeopardy pool for Teen Jeopardy when I was a kid.
Ooh, cool.
They had an audition in one of the the Omni Hotel or something in Dallas, and my mom and I was like, that sounds great. And my mom took me to the audition. I got in the pool, but I didn't get my number called.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Did you have to get all the questions right to get in the pool, or
You got to go through. Yeah, they do 2 rounds at the time. You go through one round and it's just trivia, and then they get rid of a bunch of people, and then they do the second round. It's more trivia, and then they do some questionnaire, personal information kind of stuff. Like, what are your hobbies? What kind of stuff? What kind of extracurricular activities do you do? That kind of question.
I think everyone watches Jeopardy and like, I could fucking do that. And to actually do it though, I feel like I would crumble under the pressure.
Yes.
But you have to have an extreme confidence that borders on insanity to think you can do Jeopardy.
AKA autism.
Yeah. And this is just according to Monique. And I fully support her theory as an ally.
You just defended yourself very well.
Then I got to New York. New York was great. I walked out of the airplane. I saw my name written, big letters, Smyrna. America loves Smyrna. I said to myself, what a country. I didn't speak English. It was hard, everybody was telling me different things to do. People would say, you're going to learn pidgin English first and you'll be fine. So I used to go to parks. Then I learned how to crop on windshields.
speaking of competition, gentlemen, it's time for our heavyweight championship throwdown with Low Energy. Oh boy, what do we got for our ungodly concoction today?
Oh, man.
Go ahead and have.
I like the pageantry we've added to this segment.
We got to. Jay, why don't you tell them what we're about to drink here?
Okay, this is an F3 Energy.
That's
Oh,
right.
friends, fun, and family.
Fucking farting and
Farting, fighting, and fucking. It's all the same.
It stands for Fuel, Focus, and Finish.
That's right. Finish. I'm about to finish.
I'm gonna finish.
I lost focus and now I'm going to finish.
Oh my god!
I need fuel.
This is the Tropical Theory flavor.
I love that it's tropical. That was why I picked it up. Just the name alone.
Tropical Theory.
This
Yes.
is good. This
Yes.
is nice.
That's what Jimmy Buffett majored in.
But it's not full on tropical. It's just a hint of tropical. It's just the theory.
A suggestion.
So I, as always, actually let's drink it first. Then I'll tell you about the guy.
Oh my god!
guy who
I
runs-
wanted to say this one thing on the
Oh,
site because
yeah.
they got like
Yeah.
some points. It's like
Spirit points.
It fuels mental clarity. This is their final thing on the bullet points of like what the product is. F3 Energy. What is your task? Finish it.
So this is for like college kids who are like, I need to write a paper.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm finished.
How many milligrams of caffeine you can pour it, I guess, first?
Oh,
It's not like these.
that's some nice. That's a good sound.
yeah.
Should just be an hour and a half of that.
hell yeah.
How many?
we could
Energy
sample
drink
one of 'em.
ASMR. I would listen to that.
We have some freaks who listen to it for that reason.
Oh yeah.
They fast forward to
absolutely.
this part of the show and then they just check off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
right.
wait till this part of the show to jack off.
Cheers to 2025.
fellas. 2025.
Let's try it. Oh.
Definitely smells like fruit punch. I'm getting a strong grapey smell off it.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
Kind of tastes like Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's got sort of a dead chemical-y finish.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
The initial pop is great. And
Well,
then
it is-
kinda like
It honestly,
Or-
it's kind of like fermented Capri Sun a little bit.
Yeah.
Like if Capri Sun started making kombucha, I feel like it would taste.
dude,
like
that's spot on. It is totally Capri Sun flavor. That is
this is-
spot fucking on.
This is what AI pineapples are going to taste like.
I'd just like to point out a lot of the energy drinks are either dyed or clear. This one's just straight murky.
Yeah.
It's murky
I
as
just finished
fuck.
mine
It's
like
like
a psychopath.
cloudy.
It's a hazy finish.
Man.
Capri Sun is very apt. That's
Yeah.
a very apt
How
comparison.
many milligrams of caffeine is this?
Not sure. I'm gonna guess 200. That's my
No, 120.
120?
Fuck you.
Yeah, you don't.
Pussy shit.
Yeah, you can't finish a paper
Weak
off
shit.
Are you trying to finish? You trying to fuck around?
I'm going to finish.
Coach wants to finish.
Coach wants you to finish. Jesus Christ.
It's so weird how they make claims like this is the thing that'll make you finish your task, and then it has every ingredient every other energy drink has in it.
Right.
It's like, what are you trying to trick me for?
Yeah.
You're not Monster. This food, fun, and family fucking bullshit ain't gonna do the trick. Maybe I should follow them on social media like their can suggests.
I'm giving that 3.5 stars out of 5. It's above average, but and by the way, as far as overall enjoyability of most of these drinks, I think the addition of having the iced WWE Championship bag really makes these way better if they're ice fucking cold. So yeah, shout out to my friend Ashley who got me the the igloo cooler belt.
I'm noticing the longer you don't drink it, the more the aftertaste gets worse.
Yeah, it's creeping.
If you sip it after the aftertaste is already happening, it kind of goes away for a second.
So you're not supposed. This is not a decanting style beverage.
No,
you don't.
it has a radioactive half-life.
It's like a new mattress, and you just have to let the gas get out of there.
Right. Gotta let it form
3
around
days.
you.
Yeah.
Let it finish.
Go on, let her finish.
Look, watch her finish.
I do have like acid indigestion like immediately.
Oh, word.
Yeah, a little bit.
I feel like we're gonna finish this podcast
Yeah.
after drinking this
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Have that urge
We're
to
gonna go
finish.
through with it.
What are you giving that, Sam?
I think a 3.5
Yeah.
is pretty good. I was almost going to say 4 because I really do like the initial flavor.
Yeah.
But the aftertaste and caffeine content's going to bring it down a half a star.
Yeah, the crotch and sawdust aftertaste that's creeping back and through my mouth.
It's
not
like
great.
stale sweet tarts in your mouth.
What you got, Carter?
I would say it's like the experience of looking at AI art on Instagram. At first, you're like, "Oh, this is cool." You're like, "You know what? Fuck this. Actually, fuck this." So yeah, 3.5.
What you saying, Jay? Out of 5?
I think I gotta stay 3.5.
Yeah, it's unanimous. Well, maybe
Groupthink is real.
Hell yeah! I mean, look. If you want to get finished in a hurry, everybody say the same thing.
You don't tell me when I finish.
Yeah, I'll finish what I want.
I'm finished.
I'm finished. Oh wait. Also, I got this. I'm finished.
It's a little goat thing.
It's a
Screaming goat.
It's another one of our wacky zoo crew things that we have.
Oh, we gotta have lots of them. Yeah, the shout out. This is our to our people watching on Patreon. My mom always gives me something stupid for Christmas, and this year it is a screaming goat. That I will be putting to lots of use.
I thought it was because we were the GOAT podcast.
Well, that too, but also, I mean, how can you not if you're bringing up some sort of dark subject and things are getting a little, a little heavy, you can just kind of.
It punctuates a scary moment.
It sounds like a woman screaming instead of a goat. And that's a little unsettling.
Or like Daniel Stern in Home Alone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Kevin.
Like that's the scream he does when he gets electrified.
Yeah.
Well, as I always do with these energy drink companies, I looked up the CEO, and boy, this one's interesting. We got a guy based out of Arizona named Harrison Rogers, and in addition to F3 Energy, he is also the founder of the United Fight League, which is a lower down kind of UFC knockoff thing.
Wow.
Good.
Although
They all have energy drink sponsors. Every single one of these MMA organizations.
yeah, well, and I looked them up, and basically, one thing you could say about them that you can't say about the UFC is that they actually do give their fighters health insurance. I was like,
Nice.
hey, all right, that's crazy.
Okay.
Even though the UFC is a multi-billion-dollar company, that
Those
can't-
premiums have got to be pretty large.
I guess, but it's like, I don't know.
They only cover stuff that happens in the ring.
Oh, really?
All the training you can get injured doing, and then you don't get paid because you got injured and can't fight. They
Right,
don't cover
right.
that shit.
All of the erosion to your esophageal lining that's done from drinking F3 energy drink not covered under the health plan.
Harrison's also a big border security guy. He tried to start a YouTube channel in 2021 by going to the border, quote, where Kamala won't go, and bothering people with a camera.
That's how it's done.
Tracks.
And I only found one report on that. It seems like he's wiped all of that. Like he's trying to move away from controversy, but
He's
nevertheless,
trying to build a wall between him and that controversy.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
He
But
decided he needed to fuel and focus.
And fuck.
and finish the migrant invasion that's coming to America. So back in May, controversial streamer Aaron Action Man Travis promised fans.
Squeeze me.
It's spelled AC and then the number 7 ION man. So maybe it's Axe.
That's like a gamer tag.
Yeah, well, so he promised fans that he would be streaming nonstop for over a week on Kick from a RV sponsored by F3 Energy.
Okay, and so I watch streaming all the time. This is something I've only ever seen go wrong. I'm just going to say that before anything else you say.
So after only 5 days, the Action Tour was put on hold when F3 Energy founder Harrison Rogers determined the streamer's content did not align with the drink's brand.
Of course, because you can't go a week straight streaming without doing something fucking insane
Right.
on
Yeah.
camera.
Yeah, exactly.
You know all that shit that doesn't get caught that you do at your house, that when no one's around?
Right.
They're going to catch that shit on the stream and you're going to look like a psycho.
Well, and also it's like he's streaming on Kick, which is the free speech Beach Warrior one.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
like,
real loosey-goosey one.
Yeah, totally. It's like, yeah, I could just put two and two together and be like, hey, maybe not this guy. But nonetheless, explaining their side of the situation on stream, it was revealed that the group was, quote, in the middle of nowhere, filling up with gas when Roger got mad and told Travis he was dumping the whole thing and forced to cut his Action 7 tour short. So,
Damn, they left him with no gas in the RV.
Roger allegedly then threatened to have the RV reported as stolen unless it was returned within 30 minutes.
Wow.
That's the thing, is like with all these energy drink CEOs, I always go into like, yeah, fuck this guy. And then now that he's interacting with the one thing that I find more annoying than Silicon Valley influencer fucking CEOs, streamers. I was like, actually,
Hey, you're a streamer.
I know, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm not Action Man 7.
No.
Like,
You don't
Not
want to.
yet.
You don't want to be homeless in an RV for stream entertainment.
So Action Man expressed frustration over the insane request, claiming that he didn't even do anything.
What did he do that made him not like it?
I could not figure it the fuck out. Apparently there's some streamer that got banned from Twitch that he featured on the thing, and then Twitch kicked him off, and it's like something where you're just like, I'm
Streamer drama.
streamer drama, yeah. And it's like, dude, this guy is so goddamn rich. He owns a fighting league and an energy drink company. Why are you fucking with these guys in the first place? And he's like an adult man. That's the other thing.
Comment section drama.
I suppose. But Roger went on to blame Travis's audience for not allowing the streamer to evolve into healthier ambitions.
I bet there's a really well narrated 2.5 hour long YouTube
That's
documentary
the
about
thing.
this whole thing.
There
There's gotta
usually
be.
is, and I would absolutely watch such a thing, but this time couldn't figure it the fuck out. But based on context and based on this guy's past or at least accusations as far as everything goes, it's probably he just did a bunch of drugs on screen.
I will say the RV streams generally have a lot of drinking involved and some drug use.
And a let him cook connotation as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Let him cook. And also the one RV stream that I'm aware of is the one that featured homeless Andy Dick a lot.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, yeah, well.
And that was one of the classics, the get fucked up RV streams. Andy Dick got kidnapped by another streamer and had to be saved by the RV streamers.
What? Recently?
It was a couple years ago.
Oh, he's moved past it.
But
I
I
really
think
gotta get up to date on the RV streamer meta. I'm so not
I think
in this
Andy
world.
Dick is sort of still involved with some RV.
Well, he doesn't have anywhere else to live.
yeah,
so
exactly.
Yeah, Roger explained that he canceled F3 sponsorship as it had become, quote, clear our brand / messages are not representative of each other. Rogers went on to blame his audience, as I said, for failing to make the streamer evolve into something healthier. So, like, the CEO of this energy drink was just like, this is, it's not his fault that he's a giant fuck up. It's actually every one of you losers who are egging him on.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, look what you're doing to this moron. Travis promised that he would find a way to continue the tour even without F3's RV. His response resulted in the two going back and forth on the social media platform Twitter, debating whether Roger's actions were justified. Then, in August, Harrison got into an on-stream scuffle with Action Man.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
they're streaming, and I guess he was coming over at some point, and they get into.
Oh, you have it. Good.
Oh,
good deal.
oh.
Okay,
Perfect.
so I just looked up.
sorry.
I was hoping to find some information about Action Man. So I looked up trying to find a YouTube thing, as Jay mentioned. Here's a video called Action Man, 10-year heroin addict turned famous Twitch star.
Oh, so that, yeah. Okay,
Did you?
yeah.
The heroin addict didn't meet the brand
I guess not.
standards? Okay.
Yeah, so Harrison.
This is the guy who made the drink we just had.
Yeah, so the drink guy is on the left and Action Man is on the right, and you won't believe who's in the bathroom, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. But here we go.
It's like your whole family, dude. And I'm so glad you came here, dude. Yeah, dude. Punch me, dude. Punch me, dude. Oh, yeah, dude. He's gonna punch you, dude. Do it, dude. Hey, do it, dude. Do it, dude. Do it, bitch.
So the energy drink guy is putting his face in Action Man's face.
He's
and-
doing the classic thing guys who are scared to fight
Yeah.
because they act like they don't give a fuck, but they are legitimately scared of getting in trouble or
His
getting
bottom
their
half is
ass
all-
beat,
Yeah.
so they won't swing first, but
Yeah.
they get in the other guy's face like they really want to fight, but they
Yeah.
actually don't.
And by the way, this is Action Man's voice that you're hearing. I believe Harrison is silent the whole time.
Do it. Your mom's a bitch, so is your family, pussy. Hey, who got presto? You just laid your hands on me. Now you're getting sued. Now you're getting sued. You just laid your hands on me.
Stop making me like CEOs. Stop it. God damn it.
Well, this is the reason why these type of streamers are it's the unintentional funniness of them thinking they're an actual streamer and
Yeah.
normal person, but then they act like this all the time.
Right.
Also,
you posited a great.
you guys should for the listeners, you got to know that this guy looks like a heroin addict version of one of the Stranger Things kids.
Right, 100%.
Finn
Yeah,
Wolf.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
Finn Wolf. He's Finn Wolf soft.
I was
This is-
I was going to say Finn Wolf hard times. Get it?
For 1,000 people. Enjoy your lawsuit, pussy. Holy shit, you're as dumb as you look. You're so fucking stupid. Called your bluff. Harrison, your family sucks, asshole.
Your family sucks ass tool. Amazing insult. That's so funny.
He understood he hit him hard with the family thing first, so he keeps going back to the well.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
I'll see you in court. Who's the bitch now? Hey, keep get all this.
Okay, so that's what's on the stream, and I assume there is probably video of the next thing, but it's just going to be more fun to read. Immediately following this confrontation, Quentin Rampage Jackson exited the bathroom, saying, quote, "What was that?" He then added, "I'm trying to take the hardest shit of my life." And I hear some motherfucker come on. Look at me, I'm sweating my ass off. I held that shit for 3 cities.
oh my god.
He then asks, "What the fuck is this problem?" Then, as if on cue, Action Man comes back inside and calls Rogers an asshole again. This resulted in the UFC legend approaching the streamer, who then walks back out of the building. Rampage strides over to the exit and says, "Get the fuck out of here. You're a fucking bitch, man. Shut the fuck up," before closing the door.
Wow.
Rampage knows his money is coming from energy drink sponsors at
Yeah.
this point.
Well, I
and he
mean,
sided with the right one.
That's the
for
thing.
him.
You could look at the two.
And those A-team residuals.
Yeah.
It's like you could look at the two combatants involved. It's like one of them's wearing a T-shirt of a company he owns, and the other one is 10 guys I went to high school with, all sort of melded together. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go with this guy. Seems to have his shit together a little bit more.
I think I don't know if it was Celebrity Weight Loss or one of those shows, but Rampage Jackson was one of the coaches, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And there was, I think it was just like a regular like I'm Fat TV show, and like
I love the I'm Fat TV shows.
they're great. And like he was like someone in shape, one of the coaches, and he kept calling this one guy Big Titties.
Hell yeah.
It was so awesome. Like he like even like when he was like he lost somebody, he's like, "I'm proud of you, Big Titties."
You just got to finish.
One of his things was his personality. That was one of the reasons he became a star in the UFC.
Oh, yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
said funny shit all the time.
Yeah.
He's been threatening to like get into professional wrestling for years. I wish he would just do it. He's cool.
No, I bet he's too injured.
Yeah.
So I'm confused. So the guy who was screaming and saying, "I'll see you in court,"
That was
is-
Action Man.
That's the guy who's
That's
whose
the streamer.
drink we just had.
No, that's the streamer.
The
The guy
steroid
whose
guy.
family's a bitch.
Yeah.
That's whose drink we just had.
His whole family.
His
Yeah.
whole family is a bitch.
Yeah, the energy drink guy, I don't think talks at all during the clip. He just kind of puts his face in the other guy's face. And
He did do kind of a namaste when he.
yeah.
He let his forehead do the talking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of like peace be the journey, bro. After he was like, "Fuck you, pussy."
Yeah. What did he say? It's like your family sucks. Ass tool.
Ass
Amazing.
tool. You just laid hands.
I think
on
he
me.
was trying to say asshole, but it came out ass tool, which is a new insult that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, like when your adrenaline's going really hard, you know, and he probably like fully pissed his pants too.
Dude, especially like you come back in to call the guy an asshole again, and then Quentin Rampage Jackson comes out of the bathroom and you're like, oh,
I'm in there trying to take a shit. We're big titties.
That's the funniest shit ever. I was trying to take a giant shit and this guy's interrupting me. Oh fuck yeah! anyway.
Forehead vein pumping real hard.
Yeah. So
We got to start streaming on Kick.
yeah, say the real shit they won't let us say.
I don't know. YouTube's crazy. I watched the guy who smokes fentanyl on YouTube.
The guy who smokes fentanyl on YouTube.
Yeah, the man, Tone, the man.
gotta-
He's sober now.
Oh,
He's sober
Except
off.
for the fentanyl smoking.
No, well, he's sober off fentanyl.
They call that Oregon sober.
Yeah, exactly.
Just do
He's
fentanyl.
doing good.
just
he's
a 12 pack and a pack of cigarettes, but
He's
no
doing
fun.
good. His mom bought him a car. He crashed it in 2 weeks, high off Xanax. Things are going
man.
good for him.
Hell yeah.
He wants to be on the show.
On this show?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We should have him on.
We should have him on, but we should do it not near my stuff.
Oh, no. He lives on the other side of the country. It would be a video thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we can just be like, man, are you fucking okay? What's going on?
We're not gonna have that guy on.
No, you want.
Come on, dude.
You get him on stream. Next time I can't stream with you, you should call him while you're walking around LA.
Okay.
We noticed that one of the fighters, he was kind of a, fat, pudgy guy, like a heavyweight, and he had some titties.
We have a segment on this show about our guest's hometown. And today, stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Colleyville, Texas, the hometown of our friend Jay Light. So I believe I think you'd usually say Dallas would be your hometown, but you messaged me, were like, if you want to get really granular, it's actually a place called Colleyville. Mm-hmm. And I, of course, was like, granular is my middle name.
Yes.
The other middle name, Finish. But I was thinking, I was like, all right, I'd never heard of this place before. It seems to be kind of right in between Dallas and Fort Worth.
Yeah, it's basically smack dab in the middle. It's north of Arlington. It's like 20 minutes away from DFW Airport. My neighborhood growing up had a lot of pilots in there. One of the pilots who was flying on 9/11 and her plane got diverted. They made a whole fucking musical about this plane called Come From Away.
Whoa.
She lived in my neighborhood growing up. There's all sorts of weird
Wait, was that
airport stuff.
She got was that the thing where they got diverted in like Newfoundland or
Yes.
something? Yes,
Yeah.
I just heard about that. Actually.
Beverly Bass.
Wow.
Her son was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Your family sucks, Bass. Yeah, Bass tool, ass tool, more like it. Let me smoke some fit real quick and get real with you on that. So I, as I always do, I would like to type in the name of the town into Google News and just look at some recent headlines. And a town's pretty chill when almost every hit on Google News is just the obituary of an old person. Where you're like, there's like not a lot going on usually, if that's the case. But
Old fuckers dying.
that means pretty situation normal up there. But so I had to do a little bit of digging, but I did find out 1 week ago, Colleyville man, great name, Daniel Dustin Denui.
Triple D,
motherfucker.
Daniel Dustin Denui.
Yeah. So he was
Welcome to Flavortown.
Daniel Dustin Denui. You're such a dick if you name
It's
your
here for Daniels, Dustins, and Denuis.
Well, so he was
Oh,
arrested.
man, that's crucial.
Well, so he was arrested for assaulting a police officer during the January 6 riots.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, God,
He's about to be absolved.
That's the thing. It's like, it's funny that, it took that long, but also you're just like, well, what are you going to be in jail a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do know there are multiple people from the area who were January 6 people. Like,
Yeah.
there's a real estate agent lady who's from maybe not Colleyville, but like one of the other like cities right next to it, who is like a very famous January 6 person.
Oh, yeah.
Because she used, I think, being in January 6 as part of like her pitch as a realtor after that.
No one's going to break into your home. Like I broke into the Capitol.
I couldn't take the House of Representatives, but you can take a house in Colleyville, right?
Where we go one, we go all straight to the bank with your low interest rate.
That's amazing.
The picture of Triple D breaking into the Capitol is amazing because it seems like he broke like a wooden shutter, and then it's just him using a corner of the shutter he broke to break more of the shutter. Right. Also, Triple D appears to be the same Triple D that is the CEO of something called Evixius Health Solutions, a clinic that treats hormone imbalances. So he's also a healthcare guy. Cool.
Probably like an HGH guy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of TRT. He's putting testosterone shots into Joe Rogan acolytes.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, doing big
In
business.
Texas, yes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but don't dare call it gender confirmation treatment. Another little hit from November 2023. According to Colleyville police, there is a scam caller at that time who was calling people up and pretending to be the chief of police, seeking gift card payments in exchange to avoid arrests on on warrants.
Oh, nice.
And it was like the little news segment is so funny because the guy comes on. It's just like, just a reminder, government officials will not accept payment through gift cards. This is a scam. It's like, if they got you, you earned it. I'm sorry. 2022, a hostage crisis occurred at Congregation Beth Israel, a synagogue in Colleyville. 4 hostages were held for a number of hours before police shot and killed the perpetrator.
Yep, I remember that. I used to drive by that synagogue every day on the way to middle school.
Yeah, that one was fucking crazy. I mean, I'm glad everybody made it out alive except for the guy who did it. But I was just like, that jumped out when you read the Wikipedia.
No, that one made national news. I remember when that happened.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Yeah, I was just like, this is very strange. Because also there are, I would imagine, more synagogues in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that have a much larger population. So why are you going to go with one of the ones that has like nobody at it? If you're trying to make a fucking point.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Maybe like less chance of security. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, in the fall of 2020, Covenant Christian Academy expelled a straight A student named Devin Bryant because he came out as gay in an Instagram post.
That tracks.
According to Devin's mother, the headmaster, when she called and asked about the expulsion, she said, quote, "I'm doing what Jesus would want me to do."
Yes.
Cool. August of 2021, Dr. James Whitfield, the first black principal of Colleyville Heritage High School, revealed that in 2019 he was ordered by district administrators to remove a photo from Facebook that showed him kissing his white wife on a beach to avoid stirring up controversy amongst parents who complained.
Yeah, so that's where I went. That's where I went to high school.
Oh, I was just about to ask. Yes.
Yeah, this is. I mean, there's a lot of in my hometown. I don't know how, but they're like a lot of the like the moral panicky kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
that feels so fucking backwards. All winds up happening, and that's the only news I hear about Colleyville. It's like shit like this where it's like, we can't be mixing the races on Facebook.
Dude,
What are the kids gonna think?
Texas is like that still. It's like the fucking 60s.
Yeah.
When you go out of any city, it's like the fucking 60s all of a sudden.
Alabama's certainly not like that anymore.
no, not at all.
I get texts still because I've got a Texas phone number, and I still get all these texts all the fucking time that are like, "It's Greg Abbott here. Let me tell you why I'm in this wheelchair." And there's a lot of stuff for like the library, and there's all the this, the parents are all freaking out about. So like, it's stuff that I'm like, I can't believe that this, like, I grew up in the place where this is what people are fucking worried about.
Oh yeah, I will say the picture in question, he does make it seem like it's just like a little smooch. He is on top of her in the sand.
Yes,
but they are so clothed that it's kind of like, I don't know. I could see in like a extremely conservative place.
They're just complaining about him being
whatever.
black.
They are,
But,
yeah, because part of the other thing was he was very, during the George Floyd protests, he was very vocal on his Facebook, in support of Black Lives Matter and all of this, all the stuff related with the movement, and they did not like that at all.
Yes. Well, in fact, in November 2021, he chose to resign from his position after an arduous battle with the school district after being accused of teaching critical race theory.
Yes.
So, yeah, it was basically just everybody saw his Facebook post. We're like, we got to get him out here. And then they start clicking left and they found his honeymoon photos of...
What about this kissy picture?
Yeah. Now, why do your black lips touch her white lips? That's not right. That was about all I could find. Oh, wait a minute. The mayor. Do you know?
No.
The mayor it's like a Mr. Show sketch of a name. His name is Bobby Linda Mood.
Oh, yes. I've seen postcards from this guy that is sent to my parents' house. Bobby Linda Mood.
Now, I ain't Linda Mood for this nonsense. So Bobby Linda Mood Jr., the founder of Irving-based JR's Demolition, is the mayor of Colleyville. He is obviously a QAnon guy.
Of course he is.
He's a China stole the 2020 election guy. He's also a guy who was accused in a bunch of mailers sent out by a political opponent of sending dick pics, having sex with a prostitute, and sexually assaulting a drunk minor.
Whoa.
So I guess the guy he was running, I think it was for city council, sent out a hatchet job through the mail.
A hatchet job, aka true things he did.
Well, so after the mailers were sent out, Lindemood was not in the mood. He filed a defamation lawsuit against his opponent in the race, then incumbent city council member Mike Taylor, and a handful of people he believed were responsible for the missive. So,
Oh my God, I know Mike Taylor.
oh really?
Yeah, I do. That was my friend Caitlin's dad.
Oh fuck yeah!
I didn't realize he was still on city council.
Oh,
he had
boy.
just gotten elected when we were in high school.
Well, he comes out of this smelling like a fucking rose. So
Good.
He would go on to lose that lawsuit when court documents from a 2011 deposition stemming from a family dispute emerged. In the deposition, Lindemood admitted to inappropriately fondling his drunk stepsister while he was married. Now, keep in mind, not sister-in-law, stepsister.
Man.
Fucking wild shit.
Oh my God.
He also
Bobby.
he also acknowledged under oath her telling him the morning after that what you did was wrong, and that led him to accusing her of being the aggressor, or as he put it, you're the one who led it up to that.
Oh my God.
So that's cool.
See, this is like the whole thing with Colleyville is there's a lot of people there who I think have built this sheen of like, we look like we got a really nice put together life, but they've all just got like drug addiction and bad credit and all these homes that are like subprime mortgage to the fucking gills.
falling for gift card scams that are supposed to be from the cops.
Exactly. There's so much like dark underbelly, like Twin Peaksy, Blue Velvet kind of shit that's happening under the surface in Colleyville, Texas.
Lindemood also admitted to having been in the room with a prostitute in Vegas, though he denied having sex with her. He also,
I'm just gonna make a power stance across the room from her.
your name is in the mood, for God's sakes.
They're just watching Family Guy reruns.
He was just in there to get cell phone reception. That's it.
I was just watching Action Man fight the energy drink guy on YouTube. He was apparently also accused of his now deceased father of distributing photos of his penis to coworkers while he
You mean
worked.
send a nude?
Now,
Bobby Sendanude.
Bobby send a nude.
the wording there is, I don't know when this supposedly occurred, but the fact that they say distributing photos, I assume they mean electronically.
But that makes me think it could be like a copy
It's
machine.
so much funnier to imagine he goes to a 24-hour photo and then takes the prints and slips them under the desk. It's like, check it out. Check it out. Hey, look at it. Look at it. I call him Mr. Happy.
When people say distribute a picture, I literally think of someone handing out flyers.
Yeah.
Like headshots.
Yeah.
Dick pics. Get your dick pics.
Yeah, he's going to the FedEx office on Glade, and he's going to make a lot of photocopies, and he's going to get a good price for it.
So court records state that Lindemood's stepsister was not a minor at the time, and that Lindemood has denied distributing photos of his penis. So that was the one little catch of the hatchet job mailers. It was like, well, she wasn't a minor. she was an adult drunk on my couch that I felt her up.
She wasn't a blood relative. I don't know what you're fucking on about.
Case dismissed.
This is his quote. None of those depositions were meant to be shared. He wrote via email. They were sealed by a court order. My stepmother, who sued me multiple times after my dad died, had her attorney give those specific 7 pages to Mike Taylor, leaving out great details and clarity of several sexual innuendos presented towards me as to what led up to that one specific night with my stepsister. Just imagine typing those words
Man.
out.
Or having a lawyer do it.
Yeah. The combination of Lindemood's status as a public figure and his own statements under oath made it difficult to convincingly argue that describing Lindemood as a, quote, sexual predator who represented, quote, ethical uncertainty was defamatory. After 6.5 years in court, Lindemood lost the suit and was ordered to pay nearly $200,000 in attorney's fee.
When did this suit end?
The deposition they were pulling from was 2011,
Okay.
but then the case had been going on for years, and I think it started in 2016.
This is crazy.
Something
This
like
is
that.
wild. I did not know Mike Taylor was on the city council for this long. Good job.
Yeah,
Killing it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna send him an edible arrangement next time. I go home.
Well, this guy's still the mayor. That's the thing. It's like he lost the
yeah.
lawsuit, but he's still the mayor. Yeah, this is
There he is in his fucking cowboy hat.
this is from the Texas Observer, by the way. Stephen Monticelli writing from the Texas
I
Observer.
love Steven. He's a buddy of mine.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Steven's
How do you know everyone?
That's gotta be.
Colleyville's not a big
It's gotta be a
fucking
small
city.
town, man.
The Texas Observer is not a Colleyville paper, though, is it? I thought it was a
I
bigger
think
paper.
it's a statewide,
Yeah.
but Steven, he's based out of Dallas. He does
Okay.
a lot of he does a lot of the local beat, weirdo,
Yeah.
like QAnon kind of
Oh,
shit.
the Texas Observers, they do great work.
Yeah.
it's pretty rad. Yeah, that article, by the way, is from January of 2023, so 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's the court was going on for 6.5 years before that, so that's when it started, whatever that math adds up
Wild.
to. But anyway, that's all the stuff I found on Colleyville. I love that you know a lot of these people involved. Oh fuck yeah, that's my favorite. Is if a town is that small, we're just like, oh yeah, our families don't get along. Like if you're on that deep shit, that's fucking great.
Well, I'll say this about Mike Taylor, not to blow his spot up too much, but when I was in high school, so his daughter was we were in high school together. And I don't know the specifics, but I do there was some like family turmoil, and I think there was like a separation that was like being talked about happening. And I'm glad to see Mike redeemed himself with this nice, going in on fucking Bobby Lindemood.
Well, yeah, but also it's
Back
like,
in good graces.
he didn't even go in on it. Bobby Lindemood initiated the lawsuit. He was like, "You defamed me." He's like, "All right, bitch." And they pulled up a deposition. Was like, "Here's you admitting to the things that are on the mailer in court under oath." So this was a completely self-inflicted wound on Lindemood's part. What a
self-inflicted Linda wound.
Tender wound. Bobby Tender wound.
like it's not even a real name. I'm Lindemood. Well, yeah. So I guess we'll get to the questions that I ask everybody about their hometown. Jay Light, question 1, Colleyville, Texas. What was the incident?
I got 2 words. Poop sandwich.
Okay, I'm in.
So there's this kid, Baron Myers, rest in peace. He
Died from eating a poop sandwich,
he died years after
smothered
the poop
in
sandwich.
mouse olive oil.
Unrelated incidents.
This was in 8th grade, and at some point he had taken a shit on a piece of bread and put another piece of bread on top of it, and then put it in a Ziploc bag and left it in the hallway.
Oh no!
Between
Classic.
classes, and
Oh,
a teacher
no.
found it and was like, somebody lost their lunch.
Better eat it.
And then,
I'm about to
Free
lose
snack.
mine.
the poop sandwich was then flung about the hallway for a little while. And he was, I think he just got ISS for that. I think he just got in-school suspension for that. But
Worth it.
Poop sandwich, legendary story.
Worth it.
Man.
Oh god,
That's a good
Do you think
prank.
he obviously went to the bathroom to construct this poop
Oh
sandwich?
yeah. He used his time wisely, getting out of whatever class to get the hall pass.
Like I'm sure there's the cameras that will check the timeline of when the poop sandwich was constructed.
Especially I don't know how, because I didn't see the poop sandwich with my own eyes, but I don't know how well he must have manipulated the turd to get into the sandwich onto just regular sandwich bread.
I'm feeling like he had to touch it to like smush it down to make it look like a burger.
Oh, yeah.
he brought like a spreader, spread it on like fucking peanut butter.
Oh, God.
And make sure it was like he probably had some Miralax to make sure it was like nice and soft. Like you could work with it. It's not a hard
You want it
turd.
to be spreadable, like a nice Boursin cheese level of consistency.
I call it Buttella.
Boy, that is a good incident.
That's fucking perfect. Question 2, local legend.
I mean, I do legitimately. I think that I do have to chalk it up to what Steven is doing now. As like a local legend now, like Steven is doing fucking great work as a journalist.
Yeah.
And his stories are always entertaining. I always enjoy reading his stuff. And
We've read some of his stuff on here before. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, he does
That's
great
cool.
writing.
yeah, we were in middle school and high school together.
Dude,
we
that
were
rocks.
like, yeah, I remember
cool.
he was like one of the first people to get me to smoke weed. It was a good time. Good kid.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. I feel like there's so many weird. Like we used to live. There was like a lot of baseball players in my hometown.
Oh,
Okay.
Because it was like the Texas Rangers, if they didn't want to live in, Arlington's close enough to where our neighborhoods were. So there's like Jose Canseco lived in my neighborhood for a little while.
Fuck yeah. Was he
yeah.
doing wheelies on little bikes or something?
Yeah, and there was like it was
Two
just all-
strokes.
it's just like Pete Incaviglia was in there for a little while.
I just imagine Jose Canseco doing Kenny Powers shit nonstop. That's who that guy used
Yeah,
to be.
there was a canal that was in the back of our neighborhood, and I feel like you probably would have had a jet ski.
A wave
running out on
runner?
that. Yeah.
rooster tailing the fucking back fence of all the people getting sucked into QAnon and pyramid schemes. Question 3. Worst bar. And keep in mind, worst could mean best. All my favorite bars are dumps.
So the problem with Colleyville is that there are not like all of the bars are almost exclusively chains. Like it's 90%
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, you get. I don't even think I think we might have just gotten a Buffalo Wild Wings
Fuck
like
yeah.
within the past 5 years. But it's like Chili's is the place you go to. I think
Sure.
I drink my shit out of a fishbowl.
Honestly, I think the best bar I would say is probably an unofficial bar, which is the Whataburger on Bedford Ave and Glade, right by Colleyville Heritage High School.
Okay.
Because you go hang out in the parking lot, and then it's Club Dub in the parking lot.
Nice.
Dub.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
So there's been ever been any fights break out at Club Dub?
Oh, lots of fights break out at Club Dub. There's a lot of fights. There's a lot of underage drinking that was happening at the Club Dub. There's a lot of then there's the good kids hanging out inside, just eating their burgers and watching it all go down.
Time to go home now.
Yeah. I mean,
Good heavens! Do you know what's happening in the parking lot? There's people having sex.
that one threw a shit sandwich at me earlier.
I'll have extra catsup tonight.
Question 4. Best local food. Is it Club Dub?
I do love Club Dub. You
Yeah.
can't go wrong with
Whataburger,
Club
dude.
Dub. I got to shout out, there's this burger place. I just went there when I was there last. I think it's just called Cheeseburgers and Cold Beers.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
But it is a fucking it's a solid burger. It is
Okay.
a real tasty burger.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I have to just on a somewhat related topic have to shout out there was O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube's son, runs a professional wrestling podcast, and he was interviewing Rey Mysterio's son, Dominic Mysterio, and he tease him up to, because Dominic is from San Diego, basically tease him up to talk shit about Whataburger.
Okay.
He goes, tell me why In-N-Out is better than Whataburger. And Dom thinks that O'Shea is going to argue the opposite point. And in a hilarious moment, he asks the son of Ice Cube, he goes, what, do you like Whataburger? Or are you some kind of Texas guy? I was like, I think this is the most LA man who's ever lived. So shout
Now,
out to
Fat
Dom.
Burger, maybe.
Yeah, perhaps. But it was just funny. He was like, what are you, like a Texas guy? I was like, you don't know who the fuck this is? Anyway.
I will give one shout out. My favorite taco place that I used to go to all the time, El Taco H, a real good taqueria in a strip mall.
All right,
yeah,
all
hey,
right.
That's where all my favorite restaurants are.
Oh yeah.
Question 5. Local ghosts or monsters?
So there was a guy. So my high school was basically like the border between 3 different little cities in the Metroplex was right there. So technically this didn't happen in Colleyville, but it happened at the apartments right next to my high school. So I'm counting it as Colleyville.
Sure.
It's de facto Colleyville.
Right.
There was a guy who dressed up as Santa and murdered his family on Christmas.
Holy fucking shit.
And I had a friend who was in the theater department with me who lived in that apartment complex.
Holy shit.
All right, Carter, your Santa's looking pretty good right now.
Holy shit, dude.
Look, I'll
You only
probably
made
give
one
gifts.
kid cry.
I even gave him a gift at the end of it. It's not. Anyways,
This would have been, I don't remember if it was with an axe. I remember hearing it was with an axe. It might have
This
just
is
been
it.
with a
Sounds
gun.
like an insane clown posse song.
Insane Santa posse.
Yeah.
I mean,
that bitch Santa killed a family.
that's Black Christmas, right?
Yeah. Is he supposed to be Santa? I think he's just a killer, and it just
okay.
happens to be.
I think Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. That's it.
Yeah.
Which they did, I think, have at Blockbuster, the one that was by me growing up for a while, and maybe inspired by this.
You only pass by that tape so many times before you
You
start
pass
doing it
by,
yourself.
you're waiting on your Papa John's pizza to be finished, and you're like, I gotta browse the Blockbuster for at least 20 minutes while I get my pies ready. But What's next to Silent Night, Deadly Night? Okay, let's see. But yeah, no, it was like 2006 or 2007.
Oh, so
Holy shit.
It was like, I think it was a junior when that happened.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So
dude.
that's the big monster man.
That's fucking...
Was there like did Christmas around the time in town take a different tone?
Yeah.
Colleyville is in a weird part of Texas where it's not like some parts of Texas it gets very like wintry and Christmassy, but I feel like there's also so much, because it is a small town, there's not like major coverage of some of the events that happen down there.
Yeah.
Unless it's about, a black guy kissing a white woman.
Right.
But yeah, there's so like this, I remember like, it didn't get covered in a lot of things. Like there's not a whole lot of big local coverage about it, and it didn't really change the vibe at all. It was just like we came back from the holiday break, and then my friend Michael was just like, "There's a guy who fucking killed his family in the apartment complex."
That's to be one of those stories like that didn't happen.
And you're like, I was like, "Oh shit, yep, no, he did it."
Holy shit, man.
Linda Mood's just like, hey, you got to watch out for the jingle jangle. Anyway, stop giving Google Play gift cards to this fake chief.
The not taking off the Santa outfit while doing it.
I mean, it's a terrible.
They're gonna think I'm Santa.
I'm gonna be
Neighbors won't know what's happening.
It's a terrible thing that happened, but come on, let's do some more holiday themed crimes.
At least
not this, obviously, but like I like the idea of doing a holiday themed crime.
Oh yeah, I think we should do more holiday themed. There's a lot of Irish bars over there. You could have a guy who's setting up a St. Patrick's Day heist.
It would have been better if he dressed like the Grinch, right?
Yeah.
More fitting.
Then everybody would have seen it coming.
Yeah.
Arbor Day jaywalking.
Oh, see, I was going to say a guy who beats people to death with a tree branch, Arbor Day killer. Hey, but no one can figure out when he's going to strike because no one knows when Arbor Day is.
President's Day racketeering.
The Earth Day globe killer. He's just the guy who smashes people with globes.
It's like that Attell bit.
Last one, your favorite thing that's not there anymore.
There is
that family, the guy.
Yeah, I was going to say the Carson clan.
The sense of innocence before QAnon stole the rest of the library. No, I do. I hate to keep harping on burgers, but I'm a burger lover. There's this. There's one place. There was a train themed burger restaurant that was across the street from Club Dub. It was called Old Number 7 Cafe.
You know those motherfuckers love Jeopardy.
Oh, they did love Jeopardy, and they had it was a train themed restaurant. But they sold burgers.
I just got it.
Thank you, Sam.
And they did the hand cut fry, and it was just like everything was right. Everything was cheap. It was real nice, but they just don't have it. I will say a close second place goes to GameWorks at the Grapevine Mills Mall.
Okay.
What are they selling at GameWorks?
GameWorks is it's an arcade.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It was like with crazy, like I think Sega had a stake in it for a while.
Ooh,
Oh, wow.
that sounds good.
They had all sorts of great stuff. They had like one of these really crazy, this big game that was like VR sort of, like when VR used to just be like, oh, we're going to watch a thing happening on a screen across from us and we're going to move around.
Yeah.
There's this game where the whole premise was you and 3 people sitting next to you in like seats that were on some sort of like a vertical track.
Right.
And you had to fly up and try and pop balloons from above. So it's just you flying around on this big, crazy, tall track. And I'm like, this isn't happening in a mall. This is great.
I love Colleyville. I never want to leave.
But it has since been replaced with, it was a skate park and then it became an aquarium.
Damn, that's a rad turn of businesses for a single place.
I was like, it has to be
arcade to skate park to aquarium. I like all those things.
It can never be like a hospital. Like it has to be a fun thing, dude. So
it's permitted for fun.
It's only fun permit. It's not permitted for anything else. So you're a burger guy. How do you? And LA is known for having great burgers.
Yes.
Are the home burgers better than the ones you found out here?
I mean, I do think I will always be a Whataburger ride or die.
Hell yeah.
I love In-N-Out, but I do think there's just the nostalgia for Whataburger that the level of customization.
Yes.
And the being open 24/7, the honey butter chicken biscuit of it all.
Yeah.
You can get whatever you need. I think in general, like anytime they try and do like a fancier burger, it's not working.
Yeah.
But here, that's like the kind of thing that I feel like works. It's like a little bit more well crafted.
Right.
Okay. Well, hell yeah, that.
I had a friend who would get like so drunk and high that he could barely talk, and the only words he could say were "honey butter chicken biscuit." He would just keep saying that over and over again. Honey butter chicken biscuit. Couldn't even keep his eyes open. Just fiending.
Even when the paramedic was flashing lights into his eye. Honey butter chicken biscuit.
And they just toss it at him like a fucking animal.
Well,
and
that's
it pops right up.
That's Texas Narcan.
It's actually a hot sauce I carry. Texas Narcan.
Shout out to Kareem.
Man, that's a good name for a hot sauce too.
Texas
Narcan. Like if that was on Hot Ones, and you're like, it's like
Damn.
Ian McKellen eating Texas Narcan.
We killed Dame Judi Dench with Texas Narcan.
Shit'll bring you back to life.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Oh my God.
We do an extra dab of Texas Narcan at the end of every episode.
That's what
Good
happened.
Lord.
That's what happened to Jimmy Carter.
R.I. Pizzle.
Sean Evans, man. Killed him.
Dude.
Well, that is a tour of Jay Light's Colleyville, Texas.
Yeehaw.
I got, yeah, howdy.
Indeed.
I've fully adopted howdy, by the way, even though I'm from Alabama. I was like, if I'm going to take one thing from Texas, I like a howdy, especially when it's LA people not paying attention to you.
Yeah.
What's ours? Hey, y'all?
No, yeah, exactly. Hey, y'all, but that's too many syllables. Just howdy.
Yeah, howdy's better.
I use it. I do wind up using howdy as a lot of email intro lines. If you want to start off an email,
Yeah.
it's howdy.
It's downright friendly, yeah.
Perfect.
Start with howdy, end with chow.
Arrivederci.
Did you ever see Dallas from a DC 9 at night? Well, Dallas is a jewel. Oh, yeah, Dallas is a beautiful sight. And Dallas is a jungle, but Dallas gives a beautiful light. Did you ever see Dallas from a DC 9 at night?
I got one small story I wanted to share, and then we'll roll into our final segment. But this is Jason Weisberger writing for Boing Boing and Jessica McBride writing for Heavy.com. So I want to keep in mind, this is a new one. This has happened before, but this is hot off the presses. Last Saturday, 42-year-old George Owens of Sterrett, Alabama, took, quote, a lot of drugs he found in the garage. And
Well, look here.
that was what he told his wife. He was like, it was a lot of drugs, and I found them in the garage. I don't know. They just appeared.
Out of my pocket.
He then drove his car with his wife and 6-year-old son to the Bass Pro Shop in Leeds, Alabama.
Home of Charles Barkley.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. And what this guy did is terrible.
Terrible.
Was he at Bass Pro for fudge and jerky? No. He instead crashed the Chevy pickup into a light pole outside, and investigators reported that Owens then, quote, stripped naked, ran into the Bass Pro Shop and did a cannonball into the large aquarium in the middle of the store.
Wow.
So he was completely on meth.
Oh,
Love it.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
Found meth.
Yeah. The mouse dragged it in here and then died in the olive oil.
He had like his glasses on the tip of his nose. Like, what do we have here? I guess I better smoke it. Just like that teacher who ate the poop sandwich. It's like, I guess I better eat
we
it.
gotta eat it. It's gonna go to waste.
It is food. It's definitely food.
The offender began to yell obscene language at customers and was reportedly in the water for about 5 minutes before police arrived. I'm like, what a glorious 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Just absolute. You've never felt more free.
Some guy buying a shotgun. Like, now what in the hell's going on in here?
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's Alabama. You're lucky. And it's a place that's full of guns. It's
Yeah.
just like,
You can't
And
shoot into the
tents.
fish tank, though. It's not safe.
so he eventually exited the fish tank and fell onto the concrete floor below, according to AL.com.
There's a good video of that.
It's amazing because he knocks himself the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
So he is very nude.
There's a large dismount from the fish tank to the floor.
Oh yeah, yeah. And he falls flat on his face. So he appears to have been knocked out by the fall. And while being handcuffed, he began to fight with officers. One of whom Owen kicked in the testicles. While, quote, several patrons were observed leaving the store with haste. As cops noted, other Bass Pro customers stayed to record video of the commotion, which quickly went viral. So,
I saw it.
It's
I've seen this,
it's
yeah.
fucking tremendous.
Beautiful.
So CBS 42 reported that Owens is now accused of public lewdness, disorderly conduct, assault in the second degree, resisting arrest, 2 counts of reckless endangerment, and 2 counts of criminal mischief. And he initially declined to explain why he jumped into the aquarium. Owens said, quote, "If I tell you guys, you're going to put me in the loony house for sure."
I wanted to fuck a fish.
I think you should be there anyway if this is happening, but I just
That's like a thing the judge should look at and be like, okay, well, you get extra time for saying that.
yeah, exactly. No, I just wanted to say that in light of the 2 crazy guys who went insane and did terror attacks on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, fuck that. This is what you should do when you go crazy.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt anybody. Yeah, a kid might see your dick, but other than that, everybody's fine. Cops get you out of there and then hopefully get you some crazy pills.
We have a Bass Pro Shop in the same mall that the GameWorks used to be
Fuck
in.
yeah.
And I do, unfortunately, the drug of choice for any drug users in the Grapevine Colleyville area is opiates. So none of them have the energy to do after the garage drugs. None of them's got the energy.
They're there to try to steal stuff.
Yeah.
They don't make it out of the garage.
No.
They face plant onto like the opening door. Oh, sure.
Also, it says he did a cannonball. I would dispute that. If you see the video, it looks like, when you're trying to decide whether you want to do the watermelon thing where you do a dive as a cannonball.
yeah.
Maybe
and
the can
then-
opener thing where your one leg's out.
Yeah, well, no, this is like, if you jump in and then, squeeze yourself back and go in head first. So it's a cannonball dive. We used to call that a watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he was gonna do that and then changed his mind halfway. So his body's just fully arched and he just smacks the water like that.
So
belly
like
flops.
like a back flop.
No, it's a belly flop, but then his arms and legs are extended. Like it's bad dive. All I'm saying is meth is not conducive to beautiful diving.
Sure, yeah.
It's already tense in that Bass Pro Shop.
He's
anyway.
probably
Yeah.
too excited about getting in there to think about his form.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I just think we should normalize, instead of shooting a bunch of people, every crazy guy should jump in a Bass Pro Shop's pool
Yeah.
naked. That should be heard.
And make sure you drink an F3 beforehand so that way you
Fuck
can
yeah.
properly finish that cannonball
Yeah.
instead of pussying out right before you hit the water.
You're
You
just
can flop, fling, and
doing
Flail,
flail.
Does it say anything about what happened to his wife and kid who were in the wrecked car that hit a fucking telephone pole? Who are now like recovering from a car wreck and watching this go down.
Yeah, he just leaves like time for more wacky hijinks. You're just both like blood coming out of the nose.
Yeah, and it says that he got naked before he went to the store too. So
Oh yeah, sure.
I love that aspect.
Meth makes you hot.
Yeah,
That's
true.
what they say.
That's true. I don't know. Anyway, normalize naked Bass Pro Shop.
Normalize meth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the problem? Like people go crazy, but they're not on meth. They just go crazy or like I'm gonna get
Sober crazy is way more crazy than drug
That's
induced
what I
crazy.
mean.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, sober
yeah.
crazy is because that's all on your own.
Yeah. Full
Yeah, you-
psychological break.
There's
Yeah.
no way to just pull out of it and stop. You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's pills, when you hear like the really tragic shit, you're like, oh yeah, the guy went fucking loopy and he was on all this shit. But with meth, apparently it's just, I need water. I'm hot.
Yeah.
Daddy's going for a swim.
When you're toasted on a little garage meth.
That is a drug you'd find in a garage. I was questioning what is a garage
It
drug.
was a man cave, and then it got downgraded to the garage once the
say.
meth became involved.
Next to the dumbbells in his old yearbook. Like,
Yeah.
what's that?
Let's play family.
Meth, I think. I'm gonna smoke that.
That's the best family feud. Drugs you'd find in a garage, survey says. All right. Yo, we have time for just one more segment, and of course, this
yeah.
is our jam of the week. We were talking Texas, so my mind wandered once again down to the Lone Star State to
Sick song.
Some of the greatest riffs of all time came from this band.
Hell
Fuck
yeah, dude.
This is the Cowboys from Hell, baby. Pantera with their song I'm Broken. And of course, this comes off of their 1994 classic record. It is called For far beyond driven.
There's this. So Phil Anselmo is in this documentary called American Hardcore, and he was in Superjoint Ritual at the time. And it would make us laugh so hard because he was like talking about Black Flag, and he's so on drugs, or he's like so high or something. He's like, we were listening to them in the basement, and they were just fucking howl. Like, he is fucking, and like Hank the Third is like eyes rolled back in his head.
So not garage drugs.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah,
Basement drugs.
basement drugs, yeah. Center of the earth drugs, but yeah, this is back when they were vicious. R.I.P. Dimebag too, and Vinny. I forgot he's dead too.
Yeah, Vinny's not with us anymore. It'd be fun to break down rooms of a home and what drugs they are. Like, I feel Coke is kitchen drugs, right?
No,
Coke
kitchen is white wine.
Yeah, Coke is bathroom.
Oh,
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah.
I was just thinking the association with everybody who works in a restaurant is on Coke. So
Sure,
it's a
yeah.
kitchen drug.
It
But
depends on how open the Coke party is. Because
Yeah.
if it's
Yeah.
regular bathroom, if it's Coke party kitchen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that's where
Yeah.
all the plates are.
Hey,
point.
what's weed? Attic,
Living room.
living room.
I
yeah.
like attic. Yeah.
Attic, yeah.
Yeah, because it'd be your burnout son who lives in the fucking attic.
I never had an attic big enough at my house that anyone could reasonably get in it and do anything. It was like a storage space.
Yeah. Right. Peyote is crawl space.
Yeah. Meth is, I mean, we could say garage, but honestly, it is just like you've dug a hole down in your backyard because you think there's
Garage
gold.
is where you traditionally cook meth.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think.
sure.
Yeah.
So that would be good.
And you can't shit where you eat.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
Hell yeah.
And make a sandwich out of it.
Especially out of it.
Well, yeah, this song, I'm Broken by Pantera, has 78 million views on YouTube, 20,960 comments, and yo! I read every goddamn last one of them. So now let us dive down into the YouTube comment section for I'm Broken by Pantera and see what the people have to say about this song. First up, Weedhead 421.
Nice.
3 weeks ago. R.I.P. to my homie Steve, a.k.a. Dick Nose.
I hope this guy spoke at his funeral.
He showed me Pantera back in 97, and damn, brother, you're going to be missed. And don't worry, I have your pops, Mullet Man Rick's back forever.
Mullet Man Rick.
Mullet Man Rick. Yes.
That's who Bobby Lindemood beat in the primary.
Mullet Man Rick.
I don't
This
want
is
to.
settled in the octagon, yeah, for sure.
I don't want to follow them to a second location, but I would hang out with this cast of characters for about an hour.
Oh, for sure.
I just want to
Yeah.
get in the world of Mullet Man Rick.
I'm thinking on Dick Nose's deathbed, he was like, "Have my dad's back."
yeah.
He just died.
He fights a lot.
Also, honey butter chicken.
84 Hendrix Nirvana 10 years ago.
That sounds like a cop set that up to fucking. That's a fucking sting operation.
you guys
hey,
got
you
any
guys
weed?
know when we're
He's trying to catch Weedhead 421.
You'll never catch me. 84 Hendrix Nirvana. 84 Hendrix Nirvana says, if I played this song out of my smartphone, some people would be nervous. Pussy ass bitches.
I listen to music that scares people, like Pantera and Insane Clown Posse.
I'm broken. You just heard that in the bus.
Dead for Days from 6 years ago. When I can't take any more depression, I put this on. The next thing I know, I'm in front of a bonfire smashing beer bottles alone. I'm just there cursing that bitch that fucked my life, but feeling strong. Fuck all, horns up, motherfuckers. It's like
Damn,
such
sadness.
a specific image of throwing beer bottles into a fire. Like it's just
And when you're depressed, that's what you do. I need fire and I need broken glass.
Yeah.
You know he didn't set that fire. Like someone set that bonfire and
He
then he
stumbled
ruined it.
upon it, yeah.
hey, I smell creosote. You guys hanging out?
This reminds me of my wife who fucked a bunch of other dudes. What's up, guys?
This reminds me that I'm broken.
Honey chicken biscuit. Terry Bull, 13 years ago. My kid said to me, Dad, what's it like to get pumped and full of rage, filled adrenaline?
He's not asking that.
So I sent him right here to listen to this song. True story. You know what he did next? He beat up his brother.
Kids.
Cool, man.
That's like when a stand-up comic makes up a fake story and And then you're like, why couldn't you make up a better fake story? If it's fake, just go better.
Yeah.
Stump Concrete 8 years ago. If you don't get psyched up, listen to this. You're as useless as my ex-girlfriend.
Take that, bitch.
I hope she reads this.
On similar lines, Steve Borsier from 2 years ago. My wife just left with the kids. Your music helps me so much. Thank you, Pantera.
That's the guy who started the bonfire.
Dear Pantera,
My cheating, two-timing bitch
whore of a wife has taken my beloved children away from me.
Jake Kaz from 2 years ago. Ha, 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 ha. My wife tried to say women could play guitar better than guys. This was my proof that she's full of shit and should keep those ridiculous comments to herself.
Hey, you two, my wife's running her goddamn mouth again. God, tell her to shut up, and I'm going to go to YouTube about it.
This is a good pick for comment section.
Oh, dear. I think it's
A lot of my wife is a bitch.
they're as like aggressive and horrible as Tool fans, but they're like 10 notches stupider.
Yeah. Well, Tool fans are dumber because they're like, I hate my wife and the Fibonacci scale.
Right. Yeah.
And this is like, I'm drunk.
They're Tool fans that had never heard an Alan Watt lecture.
Well, I think I'm broken is an excellent term for guys who are not in touch with their emotions at all.
Yeah.
They're like, what's wrong? I'm broken.
I'm just fucking damaged, I guess. It's like, you're sad. You're a sad man who needs therapy.
Recrap 1 4 years ago.
Red one.
It's REKRAP 1. Recrap 1.
Terrible username.
Yeah, terrible comment. 4 years ago, I had a moment one day, and I did something a little bad. I was good, but I was bad for you, Jennifer. I promise. Y'all want to fight? Excellent. My Jimmy says that you were beautiful and charming, but in grave danger without realizing it. He saved your life, sister. This is my good husband. He's a bad boy. I stalked him since I saw him first. My sick Jimmy, the sickest boy on the planet Earth. He was playing shortstop with the pros.
Whoa.
My little shortstop had his little asthma inhaler in his back pocket. He was so skinny and cute. Fuck. His team was badass. They were all bigger and faster than my little asthmatic Jimmy. My asthmatic little Jimmy had 2 perfect seasons.
See, this is what I'm saying. If you're going to make up a fake story, it should be to this fucking level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if this is fake, she's been doing this over the course of like 4 years.
Well,
'Cause
she's fucking schizophrenic. Clearly.
No, she's got a shortstop asthmatic sicky husband. My husband's no joke. You play a game with someone far crazier than your bullshit, Jennifer, he will kill y'all and go eat crackers and run around and play outside like a little kid.
Eat crackers.
My asthmatic Jimmy is flirting with me long distance. He knew the whole town, and y'all's bullshit illusion gets smashed by an idiot who misses me. He's my little junkyard dog.
He'll chase butterflies all day long.
I'm so happy that they found each other.
You think some pro baseball player is secretly communicating with her through the television, is what I'm gathering.
Yeah, there were some earlier posts about various antennas doing things to her brain, so probably so.
There's a comic who had a thing like that. Remind me after the show to tell you about that.
Yeah. Scaly Reptile 7 years ago. If there was an alien race that didn't speak, but instead used music to communicate like the way bumblebees do, I'm pretty sure sound for sex would be Pantera. Still gives me a hard-on 20 plus years later.
Oh, wow.
This can't be horny music. I refuse to believe this is anyone's horny
Yeah,
music.
I can't imagine anybody fucking to this song.
Lets me finish.
I was gonna say, you know how many kids have been made to "I'm Broken" by Pantera? Like, tons.
None of the ones that any of them wanted.
I was about to say,
A lot of unwanted kids.
how many of those kids refresh themselves in the Bass Pro Shop aquarium? Vincent Deep, 15 years ago. I don't want to come off as racist or some shit. Stop it right there,
What a way
Vince.
to start.
Stop saying
I
whatever you're
mean,
going to say.
Pantera is one of those bands where maybe you should say that before saying I like Pantera.
Yeah, I mean, Phil Anselmo did Zeke Heil a fucking crowd once.
Phil is wearing a Crowbar shirt in this video.
Didn't Dimebag Darrell have a Confederate flag guitar?
From
Yes.
Dean. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, he says, I don't want to come off as racist or some shit. But they always send the same minority cops after me.
What does that mean?
And when they do
All these black people are always trying to arrest me. This is bullshit.
and when they do send white cops, I have to consider whether I am really right or wrong.
So he's getting cops sent to him a lot.
But if they're white, he thinks they may be correct that he broke the law.
He says 7 years in the system, but maturity, it's a wonderful thing. And I still love the music in the band. R.I.P. Dimebag. One love, bro.
Oh, so you spent a large portion of your life in prison.
Yeah.
And now you have the worst opinions in the world.
Oh, we got a local guy here. Tony Kim, 5 years ago. Girls only think about one thing nowadays, and it is pretty much the same thing as in the past. My name is Tay. I am in Los Angeles all alone. I'm not getting any in K-Town because someone has rumored to say...
This person is close. Very close.
Someone has rumored to say... Someone is rumored to say, I am a loving penis guy. I am not. I love female organs.
We just got to go to Koreatown. Where's the loving penis guy? You guys know the loving penis
I want
guy?
to just point out this is all in caps.
Oh, it's all caps, yeah. I love the female organs, but I'm being... dude.
I love looking at the female organs on
Might
the
have
kitchen
found-
island
I might have found your problem.
in my
thinking
bachelor apartment.
English is not his first language.
Oh, girl, I love the way your spleen must look.
I love the way the woman liver fries up on my hot plate.
I love the female organs, but I'm being denied on purpose. It's all for money, as well as my gifts, my talents, my life. And that is the truth. The authorities and the courts, they're all involved.
This guy's getting headshots made right now.
An airmail marriage. That was one of the reasons why we were in this stage. An airmail marriage. I'm Tay, 69.
So he ordered a mail order bride that never came, is
Yes.
what I'm guessing.
Yeah, hell yeah. I just like the idea of signing a letter with 69 is kind of fun.
I'll end my emails like that from now on. The rest of 2025.
420 666 69. Got two more here. MJ Ethier from 2 years ago. Oh, wait, actually, one more here. MJ Ethier from 2 years ago. So there I was, late 90s. Kids are listening to Genuine, other groups that weren't talented, but they had a beat. It's like, Genuine.
He likes Pony by
Why
Genuine.
are you targeting Genuine?
Well, long has Pantera been held as the anti-genuine?
They weren't talented, but they had a beat. I took it a little further, though, as I do everything. I ran 3 sets of Boston Acoustics Pro speakers, Pro Series 3-way speakers in my simple $400 Toyota pickup truck. Between Van Halen eruption solos and a shit ton of Panera
bread.
shit ton of Pantera.
Frontega chicken sandwiches from Panera Bread.
That'd be a comment you're leaving.
I know.
Reverse.
I know. I was about to say, I'm just hungry, folks. Between eruption solos and a shit ton of Pantera, my full range sound drowned out all of the punks in the entire parking lot, and they were forced to hear what I was playing.
Does not happen.
I did this every day. This song rocks. My gym teacher, he used to be a Doink the Clown fill-in WWF.
Whoa. Pretty cool.
And he jammed the hell out every time I played this song in the parking lot. You know, being a kid was fun when all you wanted to do was hurt other people's feelings. It's like, what?
Okay.
Why the future generations are doing what they do, that'll always be a mystery and a disgrace. Thanks, Pantera. I love you all dearly.
So this is the guy who you're in a parking lot and someone's like blasting music. You're like, what a fucking idiot. And then this happens every day and he becomes the fucking idiot guy.
Right, but in his mind, he's just like,
Yeah, he's
I
the
am.
coolest guy in the ever.
It sounds like he's just pure like, I am exacting my revenge on the world through the power of metal.
My broccoli cheddar soup was not served at the correct temperature. This Panera will pay.
Dude, that reminds me of one time I had a guitar when I was a kid, and like I didn't know how to really work the amp, and I brought it into that store where I bought it from. And this guy, he's fiddling around with it for a second, and then he cranks it up and he like put his leg on it and started playing Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And the story goes, "What are you talking about? This thing rocks!" It was the most embarrassing thing ever. I wanted to kill him and then myself.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, that is Pantera. I'm broken. Our jam of the week.
Hell yeah.
Jay Light, where can people find you and your wonderful new comedy special on the internet?
At Diet J on all the socials. If you want to check out the special, search My Wife Hates These Jokes on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
And I got the game show at Wrong Game Show. If you want to check that out, you can see some clips from it. We're also monthly, first Saturdays of the month at the Comedy Store here in LA.
Jay, one of my favorite working comics in the city, in the country. Go check out that special, folks. Do yourself a favor. Carter, where can people find you online?
Carter_Glasscock on Instagram, pretty much. I mean, I'm on Twitter. I check it every now and again when there's like an earth-shaking event that happens. I got to see people's comments or an award show.
So you're on this weekend?
Oh yeah.
You're live tweeting?
Yeah, no, I was just watching people attempt.
Oh, okay.
Watching people be like, Nikki Glazer hosted. Oh, people could really get out.
I love that the comics reaction to that was either hatred or the best reaction in the world.
It was like
some legitimate and some like so obviously ass kissy and like finagling for a job.
Yeah,
Nikki Glazer is the funniest comic in the history of the world. No one could have done better. She did a great job, but let's be honest.
Yeah, she was fine. It was like,
we're in LA. Some of these people are psychos.
She's no Joe Coy.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say. That's up there with like the Rob Delaney thing, where it's really hard to watch.
Oh my god, I love that Rob Delaney. I rewatch that every couple of years just because.
On like weird,
about
like
that time,
Russian.
Yeah, I
ass,
gotta
like,
go. Yeah, whatever Russian Daily Motion is.
daily struggle.
In Russia, Rob Delaney, you.
Yeah, Rob Delaney bombs you.
It's just the Rob Delaney video, and then hours and hours of bootleg Yakov Smirnoff content. That's all.
Sam, where can people find you online?
Sam Harder 666 on Instagram. They can find me Thursdays at the Goods from the Woods YouTube page streaming.
That's right.
You can find me at Twitter, Slam Harder. I need some followers on Twitter, guys. I just lost a bunch recently.
Why? Because everyone left because of Nazis?
No, because this is what I think. This is my theory. And I think it's a solid one.
Yeah.
After the election, I posted one of those prank links where if the link pops up and like the shortcut is said like Kamala Harris hospitalized day of election.
You sent me one of these.
And then you click it and it's a naked black guy with a huge penis.
It's the naked black guy with a huge penis.
That one naked black guy.
Yeah,
man.
And I didn't realize at the time, and then like weeks later I looked at my followers and I was like, I got a fuckload less than I had.
People didn't appreciate that.
Damn.
They don't love pranks. They would have never survived goatsy days.
Some people are humorless.
Did someone say goat?
That's what they were. That's how they sounded when they saw the naked black man. They were like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get hot political news no one's ever heard of."
Some guy at my job put that in a group text. He got into huge trouble.
Oh, I mean, hey, if you're Linda Mood, you might get sued for distributing that.
But check out the fucking streams on YouTube.
That's right. YouTube.com/TheGoodsPod. We've got streams on Thursdays. We've got classic clips. We've got new stuff dropping all the time. Find us on YouTube. Join the Discord. Linktree.com/TheGoodsPod. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and sometimes on Blue Sky at Rivers Langley. The best way to support our show is patreon.com/thegoodspod. And hey, if you are watching this and not just listening, you are already doing that. But, second best way to support our show, head to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Rate, review, and subscribe. Leave a nice comment. 5 stars only, please. That shows the attitude of gratitude. And if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, Daddy... The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter @TheGoodsPod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas, the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.